So Tim filed his report with the Reno Police Department, and which included...
They came and arrested him that day.
They arrested him that day, and so he would have had 4 potential felonies: sicking the dogs on him, 2 repeated gross indecent exposure, 3 $20,000 worth of damage to his vehicle, and 4 assault with a deadly weapon, trying to knock him into a ravine. So he sat in jail for a while. When it finally came to court, Tim's District Attorney's office here. District Attorney is Chris Hicks for Washoe County, an elected position. So what did the District Attorney do? Did she say she was going to, you expected her to file for the 4 felonies?
At first, the 4 felonies were on RPD type case. They had all the pictures. They took all the pictures, got my statement. He went to jail, stayed in jail, no bail, because it was such obvious evidence that they had against him for the acts that he committed against me and smashing my vehicle. Get to the point where, yeah, it's going to be going to court. DA has everything they need. It sounds like it's going to be an open and shut case. And then all of a sudden things changed.
So all of a sudden Tim thought he would be going to a felony level court to prosecute the guy for these 4 felonies he committed. But it didn't turn out that way. All of a sudden it ends up in misdemeanor court. So in other words, in the DA's office decided, no, we're not going to call a key witness. No, we're not going to use key evidence. And next thing you know, in misdemeanor court, and they offered this guy who had committed the 4 felonies, what deal did your attorney offer him if he wanted to plead?
And she said that they were going to offer him a plea deal of criminal trespassing. And I said, that's pretty much nothing. And she said, well, at least it's a conviction. I said, I don't care. This is nothing.
And depending what you know about DAs, what matters to them is not justice, is not the truth. What matters, at least to bad ones, is a conviction rate, so that they can say, oh, we've got almost 100% conviction rate or whatever. So yeah, they did get a conviction on the guy. He pled to the public trespass. They got a conviction by throwing out 4 felonies, including a life-threatening thing. The
lewdness that I said, well, what about the lewdness? Why don't you charge him with that? She said, oh, he doesn't want to have to register as a sex offender.
Yeah, he didn't think he wanted to do that, so DA said, well, that's okay, we just won't charge for that. Now, so how it finishes is, Tim walks out of court, and the justice he got, well, the truth was, nothing relevant to getting the guilt his attorney was willing to bring up in court.